Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Welcome back to another video. And in today's Cephalabon contributor video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Xerjoff fragrance. This one is called Tony Iommi Monkey Special. I'm also going to be letting you know about a very special giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned. Before I begin today's review on Tony Iommi Monkey Special, and I tell you all about this brand new fragrance from Xerjoff and also let you know what you can do to enter to win a full-size bottle of this fragrance, I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a future video to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you take something of value from today's episode. Now, of course, this fragrance was made in collaboration with Tony Iommi, who is one of the co-founders and the guitarist of the British heavy metal band Black Sabbath. And this is a gourmand fragrance. It has some dark elements to it as well, a bit of spice, a rum overtone, a passion fruit ingredient, and there's caramel, vanilla, tonka bean, labdanum, and also a patchouli ingredient. So it definitely goes in a few different directions. If you would like to enter for your chance to win a bottle, all you have to do is shoot on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description. And after you've become a registered reader, just leave a comment on the article and that's it. And then just make sure to come back to cephalabon.com on the date that is mentioned in the article when the winner is going to be announced so that you'll know if you won or not. So good luck everybody, and I hope you have the opportunity to try this fragrance soon. I'm a huge fan of Xerjoff. I have so many of their creations, probably about 24, if not more at this point. Everything from Mephisto to Mephisto Gentiluomo, Neo, Uden Overdose, More Than Words, Lua, Modoc, Oroville. I love the brand. So here we have a fragrance that I think goes in a few different directions. It's a little sweet, a little spicy, a little earthy. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on the smell. Let's go ahead and start things off with the presentation. So the opening of this fragrance is nice and sweet. There's a certain warmth about it that I really like. And the sweetness is coming from a few different ingredients. So namely the caramel that is found in the base. And the caramel is done so well in this fragrance. It's a little sweet, a little sugary, but never in an immature way. And it's paired so nicely with the vanilla. And there's also a little bit of tonka bean in here as well. But I'm definitely getting a nice bit of caramel. And then you also have a spicy introduction. Now the spice could be coming from the cinnamon. And that kind of makes sense because cinnamon in and of itself is actually a little sweet as well. So the cinnamon sweetness kind of matches the sweetness that you're going to get from the vanilla and the caramel and the tonka bean, and also the labdanum, because labdanum has the potential of being a little sweet as well. But the cinnamon is also a really nice complement to the rum accord that is found in the opening of the fragrance. So the rum here, it's a little dark, it's a little spicy, it's a little boozy, but it doesn't overshadow the caramel, which I think is the main player. Now, what really grounds this composition, there's a few different ingredients. There's sandalwood, there's ambergris, and like I mentioned, the tonka bean and the labdanum, but I really think it's all about the patchouli. The patchouli in here is nice and full. It's vivid, it's dense, it really carries the weight of the fragrance. And there's just something about that patchouli and caramel combination that kind of reminds me of Amen, or Angel for Men by Thierry Mugler. In that same breath, I could also kind of compare it to Intoxicated by Kilian, although I've seen some comparisons online to people comparing it to like Ambre Narguilé by Hermès, or Ouajan by Parfum de Marly, Manhattan by Roja Parfum, any number of these fragrances, Angel Share by Kilian Paris, that kind of have like that sweet cinnamon quality. And of course, when you use certain raw materials, it is going to remind people of other fragrances that utilize the same or similar raw materials. But the one thing that I really enjoy about this fragrance is, despite all of the notes and the comparisons, this fragrance still does things in its own way. I think it's very enthusiastic, very charismatic, has a really unique personality to it. I particularly love that combination of the caramel, the cinnamon, and those sweeter ingredients that are residing in the base. And the labdanum makes it smell a little exotic while adding that sweet overtone. And I think that is also a really nice complement to the vanilla. And the combination of those two kind of creates like an ambery backdrop. However, it's still all about the caramel in my opinion. And every single time I've worn this fragrance, that is kind of the enduring component. It seems to last on my skin for a very long time. And ultimately, I'm very impressed with not just the performance of the fragrance, but the overall smell. I'm a gourmand lover. I love my sweet fragrances, whether we're talking about vanilla or almond or any of these other edible ingredients, and this has some of my favorites. Now in the beginning, there is this passion fruit note in there as well, geranium if I'm not mistaken. The passion fruit is not as noticeable as the cinnamon and the caramel, but if you are a fan of sweeter fragrances, if you are a fan of sweet ingredients, the caramel, the vanilla, the tonka bean, but you want something that has a bit of a dark edge, definitely check out Tony Iommi Monkey Special by Xerjoff. I think it's a great collaboration, and I think it's a great fragrance in general. Probably Xerjoff's best release for this year. Go ahead and enter your chance to win a bottle by visiting the giveaway over at ceflaban.com. First link in the description. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, while I was able to make a few other comparisons throughout the course of this video, it's really more so to put you in the mindset of the type of fragrance that this is, not suggesting at all or implying that this is a carbon copy or an inspiration of any of those fragrances. But if you enjoy the overall vibe that those fragrances put across or give across, chances are you're going to enjoy this one too. Overall smell, it doesn't have enough of the dark elements that would make this one overly daring or challenging or anything like that. It's certainly niche quality and it is unique, but it's not challenging in any way, which is great, right? It's something that is mass appealing without smelling commercial. In terms of the longevity on this fragrance, awesome longevity. You can expect about 8 to 9 hours on your skin. It did really well on my skin. The projection for this one was great for the first hour and a half of application. It never radiated beyond an arm's length, but the performance of it was quite consistent, which is really, really good. In terms of the versatility, I think this is great for every season except for the summertime. Unless you're wearing it indoors in a climate-controlled environment, then I think you'll do well, but because of some of those sweeter ingredients and those dense base heavy notes, it could be something that is potentially cloying in the summertime. So every season except for the summer, perfectly unisex. I can see somebody a little bit younger enjoying this one because of the sweetness, as well as somebody who's a little bit older because of the rum and the sophistication that is carried through that. And I think this one is great for formal occasions. The price, as long as you can afford it, you can wear it casually too. This is the type of fragrance I just like to wear all the time because I am a fan of sweeter fragrances or fragrances that lean sweet. And so this one is pretty versatile in that regard. And in terms of the presentation, I truly love it. And then there's the other signed crystal version, which I think looks really, really nice too. But I personally love the little design here at the top, the black cap. I think is a really nice touch, especially given the fact that most Xerjoff caps are gold. So I think it has some really nice hardware on it. My final verdict on this fragrance is I love it. I love the caramel, the patchouli, the vanilla, the tonka bean, those sweeter elements. There's a touch of leather. So the leather, the rum, the cinnamon, it kind of has like this spicy vibe about it. I think it's a very well done fragrance made in collaboration with a very passionate musician. And I'm just happy to see this on the market. I'm happy to have it in my hands and I hope you have the opportunity to try it soon. It's available at a few different locations already, so you shouldn't have that hard of a time sampling it. Go ahead and enter the giveaway by visiting ceflaban.com. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or you took something of value from this review, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And give this video a thumbs up if you took something of value from today's review. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.